It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Kings in Sacramento. Well, for Sacramento, they were swept by this team last season, losing all 3 games they played against them. So they'll be motivated tonight. And tonight, we'll get a look at former #1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins. Great size and athleticism. Kenny, in your mind, will he ever be a superstar?
Oh, well, it's a chance. We know he could score. His defensive intensity hasn't always been up there. And I think if he improves his ball handling skills, that will take him over the top.
No, he's got to do more than one thing to be a superstar in this league. I think he has the tools to be great, but does he have the will?
Ooh, very interesting question. Very deep, Shaq.
Very deep.
Yeah. Anyway, now with the tip-off coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And it's been home cooking for the Kings in the midst of a homestand here in Sacramento. And, of course, the big news. Karl Anthony Towns out with the injury.
Kevin, he went down in that last game, but it appears as though it's only a short-term loss, and so they're expecting him back in the near term.
Evident in this one, Brent, the youth movement in full effect. What advice would you have for inexperienced players who have to take on bigger roles?
The thing I always talk to younger players about, Kevin, is always accentuate the positives. Do what you do best and show that off as consistently as possible, and then take the summers to improve your weaknesses. Players always improve the most during their off season, but when coaches are asking you to accentuate your positives, stay right in that role and be the best you can with that. Work on the weaknesses in the offseason.
Helps, too, if you have a coach who's in that mindset of developing and showing some patience.
Well, not only a coach, Kevin, I'll go as far as to say that sometimes when you have a young player get drafted, for him to have a mentor automatically on that first team that he's with, starting his first 3 or 4 years in the league, is vitally important. And you'll see, if you go through track records, some of the most successful teams have had veterans in position where the young star is trying to find his footing.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Minnesota, Taj Gibson is out there with Jang. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Teague in at the 1. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Dave Yeager. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, it's no secret that speed is this team's strong suit, and their coach thinks that they're going to play to that strength. He said there's no reason to hold back. We want to push the action as much as possible, dictate pace, and play the game on our terms. We'll see if they can pull that off tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Now here's Teague. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Gibson finds Teague. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And it's Rose. This time the assist by Teague.
And Rose has shown himself capable of knocking down that 3 when he's got some daylight.
They get a hand on it. Stolen by Rose. And they're on the break. It's deflected. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's Hield. And the shot is good.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
Rose against Hield. And it's Rose penetrating. Here's Jang, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
You know, we talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Fox kicks to Bogdanovich. Off target from three-point range. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Covington with the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now, here's Fox. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Pass to Rose. Kicks it to Jang. Rose against Fox. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
Free throw drops for Rose. And with Rose, as you said, his love of the game is still there, and he still wants to play.
I mean, many players would have just walked away from having their body betray him. But Rose said last season he loves what he gets to do and still would be a water boy if he had to. You have to admire Rose's attitude and approach in that regard.
Both free throws good from Rose. And the Kings not just rebuilding the roster, Brett, but also the franchise's reputation.
Well, agents and executives in the past year have been a little frustrated with the fickle leadership coming from the Sacramento Kings, and eventually those perceptions matter.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. This their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. They'll face off 4 times this year.
We'll get a great idea tonight of exactly how they match up in terms of strengths versus weaknesses. When it comes down to a 4-game season series, this first one is always a good indicator of what's to come.
Now, here's Fox. Bogdanovich passes to Bagley. Over Gibson. Sacramento again missing.
And right now they're like a light switch in the off position. 1 of 5 so far. Not an ideal start. And that's just good offense. Surprised he blew that one, and the defense is too.
Now here's Fox following the miss by Derrick Rose. Now the pass to Hield. There's the triple. Drills the three-pointer. Hield's got 5 points so far.
Well, with a young perimeter player like Hield is operating in the pick and roll with that kind of effectiveness, he can become dangerous.
Teague finds Jang. Back to Teague. Outside Rose. Shot clock at 5. And it's Teague. That time on the assist by Rose. Rose has got 4 assists in the game. The Kings trail by 11. Fox passes to Bogdanovich. Now here's Cauley Stein. Pass to Bogdanovich. He's over Covington. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
The Kings in 2016 in that draft swapping spots with the Suns, and they went from 8 to 13, and in exchange acquired the rights to Bogdanovich. Sacramento might like to do a 2-over on that with the 13th pick, but Bogdanovich is certainly a keeper.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. Well, Bogdanovich, highly decorated in Europe, Brent. Won medals, a EuroLeague title, he did it all.
Yeah, over in Europe, known as one of the best players that was playing before coming over to the NBA. And last season, a 25-year-old rookie with some great presence, but he played a lot like a veteran. Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
Covington kicks to Gibson. Outside Teague. Left side Gibson. Passes it to Covington. Lets the 3 fly. Bagley with the rebound. The Kings trail by 9. Pass to Fox. Outside, Bogdanovich. Back to Cauley-Stein. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Sacramento again missing.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Shot's good by Gibson.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his first foul. And so here's Sacramento. They trail by 11. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jeff Teague.
Well, the quickness of De'Aaron Fox really is incredible. I got a chance to see John Wall early in his career, and it was the speed that we talked about. But speed can kill. And if De'Aaron Fox can control it, he'll be fantastic at creating opportunities for himself and his teammates.
And he can't get the first one. We've already seen a few players make, Brent, a big leap over last year. Their hard work is really paying off.
The interesting thing over the past few years is just how intricate the off-season training is for players. And this is why I think the evolution of the game feels like it's been sped up. So many specialized coaches, so much time that guys want to work on facets of their game that are opening up opportunities. And with so much space that's on the floor for guys, we get to see those skill sets a little bit more often on a nightly basis. Awesome to see that players continue to strive to maximize their potential.
I agree.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And that's what happens when you become too perimeter oriented. If you're not hot, you don't score.
I think if the coaching staff goes back and looks at the film and you assess the quality of looks, they're not going to be happy about it. At times they just failed to take advantage of the openings for the best shooters.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for De'Aaron Fox? Averaging about 18 points per, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
Knocks it loose. Healed against Rose. Here's Fox. Higgins with the block. They recover it. Tries yet again. Not enough on that one as it misses.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Covington kicks to Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
I admire the approach here, especially in such a hostile environment. Offense and defense, they really played a whale of a game.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play, but the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
And the first one drops. And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come. He's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Cauley-Stein. Bielitsa comes in for Bogdanovich. And Shumpert in there for Fox.
And really the potential Bagley has is so exciting. Just an absolute menace on both ends. And you can tell he wants to be great.
Now here's Jones. Wiggins outside. Back to Jones. 5 to shoot. Fires from 18. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Here's Hield. He's coming off a 10-point game against Toronto. Here's Bagley. That one misses. And Minnesota now the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, they were like good college players, one and done. You got to be able to make some noise on the offensive glass and keep possessions alive. They weren't able to do that.
Here's Hield after the basket by Dario Saric. Hield finds Shumpert. The Kings need to get off a shot here. The three-pointer no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
The defense, not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
And so here's Sacramento. Following the missed shot by Dario Saric. And stolen by Wiggins. Covington wide open. He fires. From outside off the mark. The Kings trail by 17. Out to Shumpert. The three ball. Rebound Minnesota. Wiggins outside. And he dunks it right in, right on Buddy Hield. Oh, man.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Here's Bielitsa after the basket by Minnesota. Here's Kufis, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The WNBA, the top teams make the playoffs. We know that regardless of what conference. And the early results look good, Brent. Do you ever see that happening in the NBA?
I like the chatter about it. I like the consideration about it. I love the idea of the top 16 teams making the playoffs. But then I think to myself, well, if 12 of those 16 teams are in the Western Conference, then a lot of people are going to be watching something else come playoff time. So
travel just makes it prohibitive.
Not just the travel, Kevin, but the idea that you'd have these shifts. As we know, the Western Conference has dominated the NBA for at least the last decade, that there just wouldn't be much attention for the playoffs, at least throughout the country, if you did it that way.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Giles checked in for Bagley, and McLemore's subbed in for Buddy Hield. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Tolliver's checked in. So he comes up empty at the line. Dave Yeager in his 3rd season with the Kings. Before that, 9 seasons, Brent, in Memphis, with 3 of those being the Grizzlies head coach.
Yeah, an interesting end to his time in Memphis as things just kind of went awry between him and management. But the personnel decisions is what it came down to. And he has a fresh start in Sacramento with a very young, very energetic team that needs some direction. Maybe Dave Yeager, the guy to get the job done.
And the call will go against Anthony Tolliver. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Sacramento, they have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line. He's perfect from the line this time. Jones with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Wiggins outside. To the middle. Here's Saric. The shot off that time. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Shumpert passes to Kufis. Over Jang. And it's Kufis missing. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. And finished off by Jang.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
And it's the Kings with the ball after the basket by Minnesota. And yes, it's good.
And Shumpert surveying the floor and finding the open man. So a nice swing pass on that possession.
Timberwolves leading by 17. 1:24 left here in the first quarter. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be and gets a little lazy about what it could be.
Now here's Shumpert. Dishes it to Koufos. Inside, here's Giles, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Here's Bjelica. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. And Shumpert kicks to Bjelica. Here's Koufos, and he slams it one-handed.
And just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Now here's Jang. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
The Timberwolves have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good. Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Giles kicks to McLemore. From 12 feet out, and he nails the jumper. McLemore's got his second bucket of the night. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first. And here's Jones. And the pass to Wiggins. Over McLemore. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so it's Andrew Wiggins making highlights for Minnesota. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll return shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves to be in. What do you think, guys?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
The Kings trail by 14. They've got McLemore. Giles is out there with Kosta Koufos. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Bjelica in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Here's Bjelica. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. Here's Shumpert. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Inside, it's stolen by McLemore. Jones against Shumpert. Over Jones. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Got to make those shots. Not sure how he missed it. The defense was just okay.
Wiggins dishes to Tolliver. Yep, that one goes in there. Tolliver's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Sacramento with the ball. It's a 16-point game. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Here's McLemore. following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Just 5 on the clock. Ripped away. Here's Nunley. Rebound by Bielitsa.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for the Kings. De'Aaron Fox comes in for Shumpert. And then for Minnesota, Gibson comes in for Jang. And it's Teague in for Tyus Jones. The Kings trail by 18. Fox kicks to Bielitsa. And the call will go against Anthony Tolliver. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Kings. Rose, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here's Giles. Back to Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. For the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bogdanovich has got 5 now.
I think he's just going to get more and more confident from behind the arc and become a more consistent scorer in this league as time goes by.
Now here's Rose. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously put on a passing clinic.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. We have so many great point guards in the league right now, Brent. Which of them do you think does the best job of running the pick and roll?
I think Chris Paul still heads up the top of my list for pick and roll operators. He's so devastating and has been for his entire career in the mid-range, just settling in at the free throw line and popping shots that seem effortless, and he's able to knock it down. Steph Curry is still at the point guard position, does so many unique things, Kevin, playing without the basketball and setting screens away from the ball to open up teammates, which eventually gives him opportunities to shoot threes. So divergently different, those two, but two of my favorites to watch.
And Fox gets it to go.
Fox just found a little bit of space there, and he burned the defense.
Teague kicks to Gibson. Back to Teague. Shoots a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. He's got 6. The Kings trail by 18. Fox with it. Picked up by Teague. Bogdanovich wide open. Not going to go that time. And Minnesota now the other way. Over to the wing. Here's Nunley. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Teague for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And McLemore kicks to Cauley Stein. Sacramento moving it around. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Maybe the length coming into play this time for Cauley Stein as he's up and over the top of everyone.
Pass to Tolliver. And Teague has it in the corner. Right side Rose. Here's Gibson. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And it's 6 points for Taj Gibson.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's McLemore. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Outside, Bogdanovich shoots the 3. It doesn't go for him. And Minnesota now the other way.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
Count that one. Fox has got 5 now.
I think opposing coaches have nightmares about De'Aaron Fox being out in transition. We got to see why right there.
Pass to Nunley. And he jams it with authority.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Timberwolves. 16-point lead. Outside Rose. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
Fox passes to McLemore. Poked loose and stolen by Jeff Teague. And now the fast break. Gibson with the ball. Pass to Rose. He kicks it to Gibson. To the middle. Fox with the steal. McLemore with the ball. Working on Rose. Here's Fox. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
When the game starts to slow down for younger players, you know they're starting to feel confident about how they go about their business. Fox with a good decision there.
Here is Tolliver. And Gibson kicks to Tolliver. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now this quarter.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And again, Minnesota will turn it over. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Timberwolves. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place. And, of course, Sacramento, a game and a half out.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hope they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
And Rose playing a big role offensively. He's got to be a focal point of your defensive scouting report. No doubt he can hurt you.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 9. Bogdanovich passes to McLemore. Shot clock at 5. Tries a 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Sacramento making some changes. Bagley comes in for Harry Giles, and Hield subbed in for McLemore. Minnesota leading by 17. Teague finds Gibson. And it's Teague, that time on the assist from Gibson. 8 points for Jeff Teague.
Well, nice to see Jeff Teague get down in there on the inside and come up with the bucket.
And you look at Jeff Teague now with a decade in the league out of Wake Forest. Greg, what does he bring to the table aside from the fact that he's been in the playoffs every single year of his career?
Yeah, I mean, he's an explosive slasher and really has grown as a playmaker. Not a star, but a quality starting point guard.
De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4". He can impact a game at both ends.
First one falls for him. And De'Aaron Fox made his mark at Kentucky with his terrific on-ball defense. He puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
Fox hits them both. Minnesota leading by 17. Now Rose, 12 points for him to the left side wing. Teague against Fox. Clock at 6. And here's Covington from the arc. Timberwolves keep it alive. Rose kicks to Gibson. Saric right side. The second chance effort. Oh, that's blocked.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooting.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Some changes for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Cauley Stein. And it's Bielitsa in for Bogdan Bogdanovic.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Now here's Kufis. Misses the baby hook. Left side Rose to the paint. Saric. Bagley with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Fox, no good.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Kings trail by 21. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Covington. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, he's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
Now here's Fox. He's got 11. Kicks it to Bagley. Fox passes to Bagley. On the wing, Heel. Lets it fly. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, that's a beautiful shooting stroke right there. Really a core essential of Buddy Hield's game.
Minnesota calls timeout. Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing, his words, in the Bahamas. And his first hoop, a crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
Some changes for Minnesota. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Gibson. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Rose. And Jones subbed in for T. Now here's Jones. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Saric. Kufis grabs the miss.
Hey, even though he's been off, the team's still winning. So the hope is that he's going to get going.
Wiggins against Hield. Wiggins with the block. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Wiggins with the ball. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. In the corner, it's Hield. Drops in the tray. Hield's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Left side, Saric. Back to Jones. Out left to the wing. The shot by Saric, no good. The Kings trail by 18. In the corner, it's Hield. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Hield's got 12 points in the game.
And you love how Hield is always ready with his feet set. Once the ball hits his hands, it's off.
Jones kicks to Saric. The pass to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there it is for him. He's got 11.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
No one covering. Hield's got a pair of triples in the second now for Sacramento.
You know, he has single-handedly helped them carve into this lead thanks to his scoring in the quarter.
Jones against Fox. Takes the 13-footer, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Andrew, what do you like about the way the team's playing so far?
We're competitive right now. We're going after it. In our possession, we're going hard.
We'll see if that continues in the second half, Andrew. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Derrick Rose taking care of business in this one. He had 12 points, 8 assists, and 1 rebound. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, I think Derrick Rose is starting to figure out how to play as a veteran. He's patient. He's looking for his spots. And then he's going to attack. He's not going to just try to come at you with the athleticism as he did early in his career.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
A nighttime glimpse of the Tower Bridge, one of the landmarks here in Sacramento. Welcome back, everyone, to the capital of California. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from Buddy Hield.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
The Kings trail by 15 on the court for Minnesota. They've got Jones. Zhang is out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Rose in at the 2-guard spot. Hield with the bucket.
I mean, this is what the scouting report called for here. Love how effective Hield is right now on the offensive end.
Fox against Jones. Outside Rose. Back to Jones. To the middle. Clock at 6. And finished off by Zhang.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Fox. Over Jones. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
That one good for 2. The Kings trail by 17. That's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Kings.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 11. Outside, Bogdanovich. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Bogdanovich has got 10 points.
More and more improved floor awareness for De'Aaron Fox.
Rose surveying the D. Covington dishes to Zhang, and Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Jones. Here's Rose. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 14.
They're playing with a huge bit of confidence and some fire here. They've recorded 3 in a row here, guys.
Fox kicks to Hield. Jang against Cauley-Stein. Hield outside. Here's the 3. But they recover it. Fox passes to Cauley-Stein. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
Well, good job of using his length there. Even though contested, Cauley-Stein not shaken.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Timberwolves. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead to the inside and stolen by Cauley-Stein. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Timeout called by the Kings. The question mark for De'Aaron Fox coming into the league was his jump shot, Brent, and his lone season at Kentucky, 21% from the three-point line. That climbed over 30% as a pro.
Well, hopefully he just has progression as a shooter in the league, and that'll be a major impact on just how far De'Aaron Fox's career goes, and if maybe one time in the Western Conference he'll participate in the All-Star game.
Now here's Fox. He's got 11. Here's Bogdanovich from outside off the mark. Poked away. It's stolen by Hield. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Now, what focus there? You go off the dribble, you got to have good balance, and Buddy Hield in a great rhythm right there.
Teague finds Jang. Rose with the ball. Left side, Gibson. To the inside. And that one is good. Gibson's got 8.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Top of the key, Bagley. Back to Fox. Here's Bagley. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Hield can't hit.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
No good from Gibson.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Here's Hield. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Buddy Hield, not the biggest or most athletic player that's on the floor, but his work ethic is undeniable. He is a total gym rat. At Oklahoma, they had to lock up the balls. Otherwise, the guy would stay there all day long and all night.
Two shots.
Free throw drops for Hield. And Hield grew up in the Bahamas. The story goes they didn't have a court until he turned 12, so he built hoops out of whatever he could find.
Yeah, and whatever he found consisted of milk crates or bicycle rims that had rusted up, and he'd nail them up and shoot every shot he could at them, and they would get torn down, and he'd rebuild them again and again. He's shown that same determination in building up his game at the NBA level.
Here's T. He's got 8. Pass to Tolliver. Rose kicks to Zhang. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Zhang's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Bagley with a wide open look, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Minnesota leading by 14. Teague deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Zhang for 3. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 5th assist in this one. The Kings have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the 3rd. And finished off by Bagley.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
For Minnesota, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. And Teague, here we go. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Teague's got 10.
And while Teague definitely gets bodied a little on the drive, he shows tremendous strength to play through it, rise up, and make that one.
Now here's Heald. He's got 21. Now here's Cauley Stein. A baseline J. Heald can't hit. Minnesota's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And what makes Jeff Teague such a tough cover is his skill in drawing fouls.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. The first one falls.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
Giles checked in for Sacramento. McLemore has come in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Derrick Rose. He hits both from the stripe. About a quarter of the players in the NBA were born outside the USA. Brent, could that percentage swell to half within a couple decades?
I don't think we're ever going to get that far with foreign-born players, but it's exciting to see all the representation around the league. We've certainly had some standouts, and I'm a little bit sad that this year might be the last year we see one of the most incredible players, if not the best European player the league's ever seen, in Dirk Nowitzki, probably retiring in Dallas after the year.
And the Kings making a change here. Bielitsa's checked in. Shumpert against Wiggins. The drive by Shumpert. And the layup's good off the glass.
How about the quickness of Shumpert? Excellent at taking it right to the rack.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. In the corner, it's Wiggins. A three-pointer off the mark. And the call will go against Anthony Tolliver. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Kufis checked in for McLemore. Minnesota also with the sub. Sharge is checked in. Now here's Shumpert. That's tipped. Teague with the ball. Shumpert with the steal. Puts it up. They get it again. It's deflected. Wiggins left side. No good off the back of the rim. The Kings trail by 17. Here's Heald. Drills the baseline jumper. Heald's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, he's a good shooter from the mid-range. Heald had some breathing room, took a deep breath, and fired.
Pass to Saric. Now the feed to Wiggins. And stolen by Kufis. On the wing, Heald. Covered by Wiggins. Heald, the pass to Kufis. And Shumpert kicks to Giles. Shot clock at 6. High post shot. Second shot opportunity. And he sinks the layup. Giles has got his second basket of the night.
I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
Now here's Teague. 12 points for him. Here's Saric. That one goes in. Saric has got 6. Sacramento's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. And stolen by Jeff Teague. The tray. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his 5th foul. And the Kings making a change here. Fox is checked in. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Jones checked in for Teague. The Kings trail by 15. Fox kicks to Bielitsa. Out to Shumpert. To the paint. Clock is at 3. Shot from 12. And it's Kufus missing. Timberwolves leading by 15. Jones finds Sharch. Good D by Heel. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Jones the pass to Sharch and slam dunk by Sharch.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And Sacramento has possession after the basket by Minnesota.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
Fox against Jones. Jang dishes to Jones. Sharch up top. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 10.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
And there's the pass to Bielitsa. Back to Fox. Fires for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bielitsa's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Love to see it when he pulls up from the outside. A big guy with tremendous range is a prized commodity in today's NBA.
At the elbow with Sharch. He dishes it to Tolliver. Back to Sharch. Tolliver kicks to Jones. From deep three-point range, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Taj Gibson's checked in for Minnesota. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Healed against Covington. A pass to Fox. Shumpert gets a wide open look, and it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves leading by 14. Last season, not a great one for Shumpert. Missed time due to injury and saw his minutes drop.
Shumpert, a combo guard, has trouble with a defined role on a team. Not really a great shooter. Was known as a great defender. Injuries have taken a little bit of that away. He's got to plug back into that mentality and try to be a little bit more of an efficient offensive threat.
Now here's Wiggins. He's got 9. Here's Covington, and it comes off the front of the rim. Sacramento's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Fox, and Jones sends it back. Floats it up for Wiggins, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
He has a very well-rounded offensive game. There's just no shortage of ways Wiggins has to punish an opponent, inside, outside, or otherwise.
Here's Fox, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Fox kicks to Bielitsa. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 5 assists in the game.
Now working the angles there, geometry class in session. Nice dish for the open look.
Jones against Fox. Just his first attempt. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got his first points of the game. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Timberwolves leading by 15. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Down low, it's Bagley and Cauley-Stein. And it's Bielitsa in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Here's Saric. And the shot is long. Sacramento's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Now, here's Bagley. Defended by Covington. Tipped away. And stolen by Wiggins. Jones finds Covington. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Rose is checked in for Minnesota. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Cans it from downtown. Wiggins has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Timberwolves. Fox kicks to Bagley. Back to Fox. Outside Bogdanovich. And stolen by Wiggins. It's 2-on-1. Here's Covington out to Saric. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 5th rebound in this one. Bielitsa passes to Bagley. The shot from the low post is good.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Timberwolves leading by 16. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Fox against Rose. 4-3, Covington. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Fox kicks to Bagley. Passes it to Bogdanovich. Pulls up on the elbow. Here's Cauley-Stein. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Bielitsa. Just 5 on the clock. They shoot again. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Saturday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for the matchup with the Rockets, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
Rose in the post, guarded by Fox, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fox. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Fox leading the charge.
That's nice mechanics there on the jump shot. Something we like to see on a nightly basis from De'Aaron Fox.
Rose against Fox. Rose finds Saric. Over Bagley. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Cauley-Stein's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Bogdanovich drills it from outside.
Great shooting off the pass. Get the feet set. Good balance. Bogdanovich dangerous.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Timberwolves. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. Knocked away. The pass to Covington and stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's Bielitsa, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Fields checked in for Sacramento. Teague's checked in for Minnesota. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Bagley. And Fox has it in the corner. Count that one. Fox has got 4 this quarter. Timberwolves leading by 12. And here is Teague. Saric outside. Right side Rose. And nothing has fallen for him right now. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Hield against Rose. The shot's good. Hield's got 10 points in just the second half.
And when you thought this 4th quarter was simply a formality, all of a sudden the offense picks up, and now we have a game.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. He gave them props for their defense. He said, the defense has been outstanding. Keep pressuring them, forcing turnovers, and we can win this one, guys.
Teague for 3. Rebound by the Kings. Bagley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. A pass to Fox. Trying to find Hield and gets it to him. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 6 assists here tonight.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Right, big scoring run fueled by great game planning and really some great shot making.
And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time. The Kings trail by 10. Passes it to Bagley. Back to Fox. Rebound Minnesota. Left side Rose. Over Hield. And there's Rose on the assist by T. 16 points for Rose.
And Rose continuing to hone that jump shot. That's where he can take his game to the next level.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. And another 3 for Sacramento.
He has been an absolute wrecking ball from outside during this half, guys.
Teague against Fox. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Now here's Teague. 6 on the shot clock. It's blocked. Outside Bogdanovich. Lays it up and banks it in.
Bogdanovich, we saw a little bit of this during the All-Star weekend. He can play with a little bit of flair, and you know he's confident when he starts to show those signs.
Here's Gibson. Back to Teague, and stolen by Cauley Stein. To the paint. Here's Bagley. Outside Bogdanovich. He kicks it to Hield. Back to Bogdanovich. 5 to shoot. He feeds it to Cauley Stein. Bagley with the ball. Gibson on him. And the rejection by Zhang. And stolen by Cauley Stein. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Back to Fox. Down low. Here's Hield. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Jones checked in for Jeff T.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Hield.
Quietly, Buddy Hield has had some good moments in the NBA thus far. I know coming in, a lot of attention as a high draft choice, but his offensive game and the players around him, as they get better, are helping Buddy Hield out.
Now here's Wiggins. Gibson passes to Wiggins. And here's Covington from the arc. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Kings trail by 4. Now Fox. Outside, Bogdanovich. Puts it up from 15. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Outside Gibson. Back to Rose. It's Covington on the wing. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Trying to end the drought. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's foul number 2 for him. The Kings shooting in the 4th has been tremendous, 59%. Fox kicks to Bogdanovich. Pass to Hield. The pass to Bagley to take the lead. Covington knocks it loose. They get it back, and they'll keep possession. Bagley with the bucket.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now, flow.
And he gets the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Fox against Rose. Here's Fox. Kicks it to Bagley. Bogdanovich left side. Shoots over Covington. And it's rebounded by Covington. The Timberwolves shooting in the 4th quarter down around 31%. Not playing with as much energy here lately. Here's Wiggins. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a three-point play chance here for him.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
And that one misses. The Kings trail by 4. Here's Bogdanovich. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Wiggins. Covered by Hield. Pass to Rose. Over Fox. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cauley Stein's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. And that's now 33 points for Buddy Hield. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Fox against Rose. Here's Covington. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Now here's Hield. And the layup falls. Hield's got 35 in the game.
Oh, the energy Hield is playing with right now. What a huge possession, ready to rip it.
Passes it to Wiggins. Over Hield. And it's Wiggins missing. Sacramento's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Fox passes to Hield. 1:16 left in the game. Here's Bogdanovich. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Covington. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Two shots, gentlemen.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Well, crucial moment there at the free throw line, and he never flinched.
Healed against Wiggins. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Yeah, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
56 seconds left in the game. Another shot. That's tipped. Here's Jang. Beyond the arc. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
Bogdanovich. It's good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
Here's Wiggins. Good.
Ooh, excellent work getting that close to the basket. Got to be happy getting those type of shots.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're trailing by 3. 27 seconds left to play here in the 4th. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Andrew Wiggins.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
.27 seconds left in the 4th quarter. They double him with Wiggins. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Timberwolves with possession here. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
So easy to respect Taj Gibson and the way he goes about his business. A strong leader on and off the floor.
No good at the stripe this time. His second misses also.
You know, I don't believe in the word choke, but to come away empty right there is brutal. This game would have been over.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're trailing by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, it really depends on what's available, so we'll see how the defense lines up here.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
This one for 3. That one misses. And an intentional foul right there.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. And so the Timberwolves take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
I feel it was great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we got rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long, everyone.